just give him a platform so he can spread
I don't believe that, something came from nothing. I don't know why you would say that.
You're an atheist, correct?
That's correct, but we're not committed to that.
Okay, so what are you committed to?
That there is no God.
That's it? So
that's what atheism means.
Okay, so I'm asking you, you also have to go further back in time and ask yourself, well, then who created us?
Wait, again, it's like asking if you're a naturalist.
Creation. Who created? Did the world just appear?
Again, that's not implied by atheism.
I'm asking you, where did the world come from?
Well,
was it created or was it just a coincidence?
I'm fine with the idea that the world always has been, just like God. Kind of like, asking where did God come from? It doesn't make sense to ask that question. Where did the natural world come from? Doesn't make sense to ask that question either.
What are you saying?
Sorry, what was that?
You're saying the world always existed.
Just like you think God always existed, I don't see any problem thinking that natural reality always existed.
I just asked you, is that what you believe?
I think that's the more likely choice, yeah.
Well then, Danny, that's the question. From an epistemic perspective, I guess the universe would have the same ontology as what we call God. So then why not just believe in God?
I don't know what you mean by saying that the natural reality would have the same properties as supernatural reality.
Well, because you have no evidence to prove that.
To prove what?
That the universe always existed.
No, I think it's more likely.
Okay, but what is your evidence for that?
That for every day that is existed, there was a prior day.
Okay, so basically just infinite regress.
Right. I think that's more likely.
Okay, but what we believe in is that there was because you said it's more likely. But if we're going to go with what's more plausible, everything that we see in reality has a cause. So wouldn't it be?
I'm not so sure if that's true, but
so wouldn't it be more plausible to believe, if everything that we're able to empirically see at least has a cause, that the universe itself, if it's empirical, has a cause?
But I reject the premise that everything has a cause.
I mean, you can reject the premise all you want, but your methodology was what's more plausible, correct?
Well, it's more likely. Is that what you mean?
It's the same thing, Danny.
Okay, so yeah, I think because there's a day, for every day that has occurred, there's a prior day, and it's just more likely to, on my view, that there was no first day.
Okay, but now remember, your methodology was what's more plausible. If everything that we're able to empirically see or verify has a cause,
but I don't see why would that be true?
Because, Danny, because you said what's more plausible to believe. So it's not about what you can prove with 100% certainty. It's about what's more likely to believe based on what we are able to see.
You're asserting that everything in natural reality is purely causal or sufficiently explained. I don't think that's that.
But see, remember, Danny, your methodology is what's more plausible.
I don't know when you say
my assertion.
I don't understand the sentence.
Danny.
Wait, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Your criteria when you came here was what's more that's what you said.
No, that's not. How's that criteria for what?
You said it's more likely. What's more true, what's more likely to be true is that the universe always existed, correct?
Yes, that's not a methodology though.
But you're basically saying what's more plausible to believe, right?
Yeah, but that's not a methodology. I don't know what you mean by methodology. It looks like you're using a weird way. You're using the term in a very strange way.
Okay, no problem. It's fine. How do you gather information that's more likely?
I told you, for every day that has occurred, I've seen a day prior.
So something that you're able to empirically verify, right?
Well, that specific case, yeah.
Okay, so if that's the case, that means that it's more plausible to believe that based on your criteria or whatever it is that you want to call it, that the universe has always existed because of whatever came before. But what I'm asking you is, okay, if we're going to take into consideration what's more likely to believe, then wouldn't it be more likely to believe that because everything that we're able to see, just like the days we're able to empirically, wouldn't it be more likely that because everything that we're able to empirically verify has a cause, that the universe also has a cause?
Well, then you would be committed to thinking that God has a cause.
No, because God is the first principle. He's not material.
No, well, then that violates the principle you just laid out. Because I kind of agree with you. I don't accept that principle.
No, it doesn't. Notice what I said empirically. So stuff that you can see, touch.
Yeah, but I never said empirically.
taste.
Notice that I haven't said empirically.
But is the universe something that's empirically seen? Is it something
Sure.
that's empirically verified?
Sure.
Okay, so that means so that's the criteria. So
Well,
everything.
no,
Notice what I
that
kept
doesn't
saying.
follow. It doesn't follow that that's the criteria.
Is God empirically verifiable?
A lot of Christians think that.
Okay, well I don't, and
You don't
most
think
Christians
Jesus?
do not.
Do you think Jesus was verified as God empirically?
See, notice what you're doing, because if you're going to use my criteria, the scriptures say, John chapter 4, verse 24, that God is spirit. Spirit is not something that's empirically verifiable. So I need you to focus and pay attention.
I don't see why you would think that. Why would spirit
okay,
not
no
be
problem,
empirically verifiable?
Danny, it's okay. If everything is empirically verifiable, this is
Well, I
what
don't
you're
believe
saying.
that everything is empirically verifiable.
Oh, okay. So the universe, what we're talking about right now, is not empirically verifiable.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying not everything is empirically verifiable.
But we're talking about what's more plausible and what's more likely to believe based on your criteria of the universe.
I didn't present any criteria. I just gave a simple argument for why I think it's more likely that there was no first moment of time.
Yeah, based on your idea of the universe, right?
I don't know what you mean by quote based on my idea of the universe.
So now you don't know what I mean.
No, because you're misunderstanding me. Because I'm just saying that for every day there was a prior day. So
are days empirically verifiable, Danny?
Well, that's a tricky question. Let's just go with yes.
That's a tricky question.
Well, look, you can't verifying the past is difficult, right? You agree?
I mean, can I just ask
and also verifying the future, right?
Just 1 second. Let me just make sure I'm understanding you correctly, Danny. So things, so days themselves. How do you know that a day is a day, or that a day has passed, or anything like that, Danny?
Well, that's my question. Can I just add to that question, please? What?
Go for it.
Did man always exist to verify that a day existed before the first day?
No, man hasn't always existed.
So how do you know then that there was a day before the day?
It's based on an inductive.
How can you assume that a day existed if there's no verification of that day?
Sort of inductively, right?
Right.
Inductively?
You said induction?
Inductively there, yeah.
Okay. What is your induction based on?
I don't know. I don't understand the question.
You don't, Danny, you don't understand the question now?
Yeah, well, it looks like you're not very familiar with these topics. The problem of
I'm not very familiar.
Well, let me explain, right? There's something called the problem of induction.
Let me say this, Danny. I am not familiar with these topics, and yet my simple, easy peasy question, boom shakalaka you, because now you don't understand the question. If man didn't always exist, then how do you know that a day existed before the first day man existed?
Inductively.
Oh, and what is your reason?
Right, and I'm asking your induction based on what?
Yeah, no philosopher asks that sort of question, right?
Danny, I don't really care.
I'm explaining to you why I don't understand, right? Right. I'm not the crazy one here. Right.
Nobody says
are you referring to the problem of induction?
Danny, you said based on induction, and
yes.
I'm asking induction based on what? Is it something that's empirical? So, for instance, if you inductively, or if you use induction to deduce something, that means that there's a set of variables, or there's something that you're looking at, or something that you're gathering as evidence to come to a conclusion, correct?
In part. It's tricky with time, though, because you can't verify time the way you can verify that there's a chair in front of you.
Okay. That's what I'm asking you. So how are you using induction? This is the question for the third time, Danny. You said based on induction.
Because you're not asking a simple question, right? So, and I don't know if you're actually that interested in the philosophy of time and the problem of induction, but
Danny, I don't care if you submit to a theory of time or a B. I'm just asking which one. How you said based on induction, so I'm asking for the fourth time now. Based on what for you?
You need to clarify the question.
Yeah, go down.
Bro.
You better never make me a mod, because I would have, have him leave very, very quickly.
Like what they do, and it's interesting because like Muslims do the same thing, right? They try to, oh, you don't know these terms and you don't understand. And then like James will ask them, or I'll ask them a simple, and I do understand the terms. Like that's the funny thing about it. I just choose not to get caught up in the philosophical soup. What they do is they will harp on the fact or try to deter you or distract you from the argument by throwing that out there, when really all it boils down to is just asking a simple question, like what James asked. Okay, if you're not able to really understand that, or if you're not able to grasp, then if you're saying that humans didn't always exist, but you can't really tell us what a day is, then if there was a point where humans didn't exist, but then there was a point where humans did exist, that warrants an understanding of past, present, and future. So how are you able to tell us whether or not something's in the past, the present, or the future? Oh, well, you don't understand what induction means. Okay, thanks.